Hi, how you doing? Justin here. Today we are checking out Slow Dancing in a Burning Room by John Mayer. I mean, incredible guitar player, singer, songwriter, you know, he's got the whole package, isn't he? It's not really fair. He should have saved some of that talent for the rest of us. But lovely tune to play on guitar, this one. It's not particularly difficult to get a handle on the basics. You need a bit of thumb over action. It's not a simple tune, but the basic bits of it, the building blocks of it, are not particularly difficult. But what I found anyway was getting a bit more of the subtle things. The way he uses vibrato on some of the notes is a little bit tricky. The rhythms, the improvising sort of parts can be a little bit tricky as well. So I'm going to try and take you through as many of the bits as I can. He plays it very differently on different versions. So this is kind of I guess I'm basing it off what's on the record, but a bit on the Live in LA version. And there was a couple of other live ones that I saw that have got, where I tried to cop the way he was playing it, the feel that he was doing and how he was approaching like the harmonized line, which he doesn't usually play as a harmonized thing. It's you know, normally he plays it by himself, or Robbie McIntosh is the amazing guitar player that he has as his second guitar player on the LA thing, plays it as a little thirds thing, which is what I'm going to show you. Anyway, enough talking, because I know how much you guys love the talking, and let's just get cracking. So first part that you hear now, lovely, third finger, 9th fret of the 5th string sliding up to the 11th, first finger playing the 9th fret of the 3rd string, thumb playing the 9th fret of the thickest string, then they all relax and you hit the muted strings to get that nice little reverb tail. Okay. Really important that you realize this is a C sharp minor chord, okay? So hopefully most of you are familiar with kind of a C sharp minor bar chord like that. 9th fret, 11th, 11th, 9, 9, 9. So all that's happening here is thumb is playing the bass note, first finger is playing the thinnest 3 strings, and third finger is taking care of either or both of the notes on the 11th fret on the 4th and 5th strings. In this particular case, it's sliding from the 9th to the 11th, just on the 5th string, then the 9th fret on the 3rd string, bass note, and then the hit. Now we've got this lovely little run of thirds. So this is first finger in the 9th fret of the 3rd string, third finger in the 11th fret of the 4th string, probably a little slide into it. First finger moves back to the 8th fret, second finger moves to the 9th fret, still on the middle 2 strings. Now we've got a slide going on the 9th fret to the 11th fret on strings 4 and 5 and back. Now John Mayer definitely uses his little finger there, but it doesn't work for me. My little finger's too short and it mucks up my hand position. So I'm using my 3rd finger. You should use whatever finger feels comfortable for you, okay? So 2, 3, 4 E and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and... Okay, make sure you get that bar first of all. Again, the rhythm, you can either learn by listening a lot or learning the count. I'd kind of recommend doing both really. So 2, 3, 4 E and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 E and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and... Okay, then we're going down to an A, to an E. The A chord, again, it's important that you see this as part of this regular A bar chord shape. You can play that with the thumb over the top like that. And then what we're doing really, we're just looking at the notes on the 2nd and 3rd string and the bass note. Okay, again, very common for Jimi Hendrix, John Frusciante, those kind of guys. We're going to change the fingers that we're playing here on the top to 2nd and 3rd fingers. Okay, so we went from this to this to this. Okay, and then we're swapping the fingers, same notes, and now we're going to use our first finger down in the 4th fret of the 3rd string, and then hammer on the 3rd finger. Okay, really important that you see how we got to that, so that when you're improvising on an A chord, you know that you've got this in your vocabulary of licks and tricks that you can do, okay? So we're doing this, hammer on, lifting off the 3rd finger, and playing the chord. Now, we slide our hand around so we want the open E, the lowest string, the thicker string. First finger moves over a little bit to cover strings 3 and 4, and third finger is now hammering on the 6th fret of the 4th string, which again, this is an E chord. It's important that you realize this is a C-shaped bar chord. Okay, that looks like a C chord kind of, if I refingered it like that and used a little bar like that instead of a capo or whatever, you know. But it's a C-shaped bar chord, and he's just using strings 2, 3, and 4 on the bass note. Okay, 2, 3, 4 E and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 E and, sorry. So let me take you over that part again. So from the A, 1, 2 and 3. So 1, 2 and, okay, 1, 2 and 3, 4 E and, okay, and then we've got a bit of a slide from where third finger ends up on our E chord, and this time we're playing the third fingers on the 4th string. First finger is going back where it was on the 9th fret of the 3rd string. 1, 2, 3 and 4, and all of that's the same. Different the second time. Very, very, very tasty chord, this one. This is first finger barring the 4th fret of the middle 2 strings, and third finger hammering down on the 6th fret of the 4th string. Very kind of common riff to play on E, but this time we're putting an A bass note on it. Makes it an A major 9 sound, and it's just very, very classy. Now, this last chord is one that I'm a little bit confused about. That's what it looks like John Mayer plays when he plays it live, but on the record I kind of hear it being an open E chord, you know, going from, and I'm not sure which is the right one, to be honest, so I tend to play it that way because that's what I can see him doing live, and it sounds more or less the same notes, just the top note is slightly different. But so it's important to realize that there's kind of 2 riffs. The very first time the slide is on the 5th string, and the hammer on here with the 3rd finger is on the 3rd string, then the 4th string, then the slide is on the 4th string, second time. This is all the same. Now the hammer on with the 3rd finger is on the 4th string, to a slightly different chord there on the E. But that's it. 2, 3, 4 E and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 E and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 E and 1. That's the main riff, and I mean it's really, really, really nice to play. The few things that get a little bit difficult here, you can really hear he's got a lovely vibrato, and here as well. I have trouble doing a vibrato when I've done the hammer on. As soon as I pull a vibrato down, my 3rd finger mutes the 3rd string because I can't seem to put my vibrato on the bar. So I'm not sure how he's doing that, but it's something I'm going to work on myself to get that vibrato nice. But that's the kind of subtle thing that you want to be thinking about, trying to get the right sound for the mute. Okay, it's a little lower. It's not, you can get a kind of a proper chord chip like that and have the chord, but that ain't really what's right, you know. It's more getting that right and getting the feeling of the slides right. There's lots of subtle things to work on, but first of all, be getting the notes is going to be your main thing there. Now, when it comes to the verses, he's improvising it, so there's lots of different approaches to playing it. On the C sharp minor, it's all of those. That's the kind of riffs that you've got to experiment with, and I haven't worked out exactly what John plays, and you can if you want, but that's the where he's getting most of those kind of licks from, on the C sharp minor. And on the A, it's again the same sort of thing he's using in the riff. You can use little finger there on the 7th fret of the 4th string. And the same on the E. The other approach on the C sharp minor, you can get an A chord. This is using the C shape, but with the open A, to the E there. This nice little move. Sorry, that it's just kind of blues on C sharp minor. Not sure if he actually does that. Maybe he does. I'm sure I picked it up somewhere. That it's kind of classic Stevie Ray Vaughan-y blues move, but one that works well in this song, I think, in this style. And then playing the A to the E that way. There's lots of, you know, like I said, it's improvised. You can have a play about and see how you feel it. I guess the main probably issue there will be the rhythm. Not sure what to suggest really, except practicing with the metronome, practicing playing along with the original recording, because you're moving between getting the chord and playing chords and little lead lines. You know, that's a practice thing, you know. Trying to keep the rhythm real simple to start off with and keep the licks real simple and gradually get it so you can kind of feel it out and just make it up on the spot. And I'm afraid I've not got many more tips than that, other than just really, if you're struggling with it, just to keep it real straight. So it's just C sharp minor to the A, E that way. Now the other part, the bridge is going B to C sharp minor to A. That's B, 2, 3, 4. C sharp minor, F sharp minor, then C sharp minor. So dancing in a burning room. And then we're back into that section. So the chords were B, C sharp minor to A, B, C sharp minor to F sharp minor, C sharp minor, slow dancing in an A to E. Now one thing that you just to be aware of, as well as the chords, the other guitar part is doing that over all of the chords, which are really interesting and clever little motif. First finger 7th fret, 3rd on the 2nd string, 2nd finger 8th fret of the 3rd string, and hammering the 3rd finger and little finger down in the 9th fret. If you wanted to be really clever, you could try and play the bass notes. Doesn't work. I can't make it work for the F sharp minor. I'm not clever enough. If I was Mike Dawes, I'd probably be able to do it, but I can't. So, but it's a nice little idea. It does mean reaching up while you're doing this, which I find difficult. So maybe you might find it at least a little bit sticky too. Yeah. And then the A chord, of course, using the open A string. So that can be quite a nice little approach. And what else is there? There's a bridge that which is doing F sharp minor, C sharp minor, B to F sharp minor again, F sharp minor to C sharp minor, B to A. Okay, so again, there's lots of different variations and approaches to doing it, but the most basic kind of chordy version for the bridge would be this F sharp minor, C sharp minor, B, back to F sharp minor again, to C sharp minor, B to A, and then the normal kind of slow dancing in a burning room riff. So that's all, you know, loads and loads of interesting things to check out there. Some interesting techniques of getting the thumb over if you're not used to that. The other part I wanted to show you was the little lead line. And on the recording, it's obviously a harmonized guitar part where he's played the same part twice. But the way he seems to play it live, and also Robbie McIntosh plays it in the Live in LA thing. If you're not familiar with Robbie McIntosh, go and check him out. Incredible, incredible guitar player. He's got some great solo material out as well, so you might want to go and have a listen to that. But anyway, the riff there, if you want to do this little harmonized part. Now, I'm recommending using your first and second fingers all the way through, because there's some really weird slidey things that you have to do with it. So this is, I'm going to talk about the frets always on the thinnest string and then the second string, okay? So it's 12th fret, 14th fret, then 14th fret, 16th fret, then 16th fret, 17th fret. So you can see from here, you have to slide. First finger is sliding 2 frets and second finger is only sliding 1 fret, which is why I wouldn't do, because then you end up kind of tying your fingers up together. So now the other thing that I should point out I'm doing as well is I'm using my first finger, my thumb, not my first finger, I'm using my thumb to rest on the third string, so that it keeps that string quiet while I'm playing, using my first and second fingers on those thinner strings. Also means I can put some vibrato on it without making funny noises on that third string. So I'm just going to talk now about the first finger. So 12th fret, 14th fret, 16th fret, 16, 14, 12, 11, and that's 11th fret and 12th fret. Okay? Okay? 12th fret, 11th fret, 7th fret, and on the 7th fret, second finger is going to be going down on the 9th fret of the second string. Same thing. Sorry. Then it's going 7th and 9th fret, 5th fret, 7th fret, and then 4th fret, 5th fret, second time through. 4, 1 and 2 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3. Just for the curious, what's going on here is a harmonized E major scale. So if we think of the E major scale here, starting on the note E, which is the part of what we finish on. Okay, 5th fret, 7th fret, 9, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17. And then we play 3 notes up the E major scale each time. Okay, I always think of it like together, apart, apart, together, together, apart, apart, together. Okay, that's how you can think of it if you wanted to kind of improvise with it. But again, rhythmically it's really important. It's such a strong melody that you can probably imagine the melody fairly easy in your head. But if you do want to count it, it's 2, 3, 4 E and a 1, 2. 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and a 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4. Okay, really, really nice melody. As I said, it's normally played 2 guitars harmonizing with each other, which you hear at the end of the Live in LA version. You see John and Robbie playing it as 2 guitar parts, but more commonly it seems to be played as one, just like I've shown you there. I really hope this lesson helps you get this tune together. It's a really, really nice one to play. It's, like I said, it's got a lot of depth. It's fairly easy to get the basics right, but really dig in and make it sound just so and not have notes ringing out funny, and getting the rhythm right in the verses and kind of improvising in that style. There's quite a few different elements to work on, at least I found there was for myself. Solo is quite nice. Thinking about doing a lesson on that, so if you'd like to see a lesson on the solo for that, let me know in the comments, and if there's enough there, then I'll go ahead and make one. And don't forget, hundreds and hundreds, in fact more than 1,000 lessons over on the website now if you go and check it out, all well organized by different levels, and plenty more John Mayer for you coming up as well. So see you for plenty more very soon. You take care of yourselves. Bye bye.